Nina woke to the silent hum of machines. Her head is pounding and her throat is dry and scratchy. Her long beautiful lashes blinked open to take in the strange room with white walls and ceiling. So many wires are attached to her hands. Her body feels sour too. Slowly she recalled what happened. Her handsome and extremely rich husband Theodore Morrison, whom she loves more than herself, asked her for a divorce. 3 days ago. Sign these divorce papers. I will compensate you well for this 1-year-long marriage of ours. Theo's cold voice rang loudly in the otherwise quite Morrison manner. His ice-cold gaze only held anger and loathing for Nina. He never touched her in this 1 year. She tried everything to win him over, but in vain. Nina gasped with shock. He rarely comes home. So when he did, Nina was so happy. But he destroyed her happiness with those cold, indifferent words. Theo, what did I do to make you hate me so much? I always loved you with everything I have. Then why? She asked pitifully. Theo glared at her. You want me to remind you why I hate you? So be it. Do you still remember that you pushed my mom down the staircase and now she is in a coma? She used to love you so much. I married you because of her. But what did you do? You tried to kill her. That's not all, you targeted Chelsea again and again because she is my ex. I have never seen a more vicious and shameless woman like you. You threatened to kill yourself many times but never harmed yourself. All you ever know is to manipulate people and hurt others. I don't want to be associated with a woman like you. I signed the divorce papers and I expect you to sign them by morning. Don't try to play tricks with me, Nina. I will never believe you, he said coldly before walking out of the manor. Nina collapsed on the ground, crying her heart out. Their housekeeper Rosa rushed to help Nina. Rosa was appointed by Theo's mother to take care of Nina. Rosa saw how much Nina tried to win Mr. Morrison, but he never even looked at her. He rarely comes home to sleep. But Rosa always took care of Nina, who was very polite with her. Rosa can never accept that her mistress Nina can be as vicious as Mr. Morrison says that she is. Rosa is in her early 50s. Her husband works as Theodore's personal driver. Mrs. Morrison, please let me take you to your room, Rosa tried to coax Nina. But the latter shook her head. How can I prove my innocence, Rosa? I love Mom, why will I try to hurt her? I never tried to hurt Chelsea. But I don't know why Theo believes that I did. He is not ready to listen to me. What more can I do, Rosa? When did I ever threaten him with suicide? Nina cried with the pain of her heart breaking. Rosa felt bad for Nina, but she couldn't do anything to help her mistress. I need to think, Rosa. I will be back soon. Nina stood up on unsteady legs and left the manor to take a long walk to clear her head. But she didn't expect to get into an accident right after she stepped out on the road. Present. I called her husband countless times to inform him that his wife got into an accident. But that man told me to contact him after his wife's death. How can 100 be so heartless? Nina heard the voice of the nurse filtering through the partition curtain. Poor woman. She is so beautiful, like a movie star. What kind of husband would abandon a wife like that? Another nurse chimed in. Those nurses doesn't know that Nina is awake and she can hear their voice. She got into a huge accident. It's a miracle that she survived. The nurses continued with their gossip. Nina cried silently, listening to their words. She knows that they are talking about her, because she vaguely heard Theo's cold voice right before she lost consciousness. Hey look, isn't he Mr. Morrison? The nurse's excited words caught her attention. Nina became happy thinking that finally Theo came to visit her. But all her happiness is washed away after what she heard next. Who is the lady beside him? Look at how he is holding her with care. She must be his girlfriend, the other nurse asked. Nina could hear the sound of her fragile heart shattering into million pieces. Even though she knows that she might never be the same again, she still pulled all the wires attached to her arms and stood up on shaky legs. As soon as she pulled the wires out, the machine started to beep. She ignored it and slowly made her way towards her room door and opened it slightly. There, she saw her husband escorting his ex through the hospital corridor. Chelsea is leaning over him, and Theo is supporting her weight without any complaint. He is looking at her with gentleness, which is only reserved for Chelsea. Theo always ever looked at Nina with cold detachment and hatred. Tears of pain and despair started to stream down her cheeks. Why, Theo? I did everything I can to win you over. But looks like you only ever have one person in your heart, and it's Chelsea. I sacrificed my career for you. But you helped her to develop in her career while my dreams and self-esteem were squashed under your shoes. I had enough. I don't need a husband who doesn't care if I live or die. You wanted a divorce, then let get a divorce, Nina thought to herself bitterly. Just then, Ella Vincent came to visit Nina and saw the latter standing alone in the hospital corridor outside her room and crying pitifully. Ella felt bad for Nina. Ella is in her early 30s and a widow. She recently lost her husband in an accident. She used to love her husband immensely. After his loss, she became addicted to alcohol and ended up crashing into Nina. That made her sober up quickly. Nina could have lost her life because of Ella. So it was Ella who stayed beside Nina and paid her hospital bills while Nina was out of conscience.